Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. The precious metals market is at a very weird spot right now as the coronavirus is actually damaging the price of silver and gold. Right now, things are very weird. We have Trump going on in an hour and a half giving his speech. A lot of things happening with the coronavirus, people panicking as numbers increase as the virus is spreading. We have so many different things going on and the markets just don't know which way to go. So today I have an article from Kitco News talking about how gold and silver are weaker as global risk aversion recedes Monday, but actually things might be on the bright side, on the positive side as this article goes on. So I'll leave it up to you guys and love to hear your comments and opinions in the description or in the comment section below. Make sure you smash the like button, make sure you subscribe if you're new because I do post daily videos. If you missed my video I posted earlier today, highly recommend checking that out as well. So anyways, let's jump into it. Gold prices are moderately lower in midday U.S. futures trading Monday. This article was written yesterday, but markets haven't really done much, so it still is definitely relevant. So after scoring a 3-week high overnight, the safe haven metal sees pressure from rebound in the U.S. stock market to start the trading week, as well as solid gains in the U.S. dollar index. Silver prices were sharply down today as daily volatility in the market has heated up recently. It could be that the risk-off days of silver is getting hit by a double dose of less haven demand, also on worries about less global demand for the metal if needed, and the coronavirus does crimp in the major economies. And that's interesting. I'm going to reread that because there's a lot said right there. It could be, this is a theory, it could be that the risk-off days silver is getting hit by a double dose of less safe haven metal or safe haven demand. So the risk-off days of silver getting hit by a double dose of safe haven demand is less because there's worries about less global demand for the metal if needed, and the coronavirus does crimp major economies. So if the economies are getting worse, the demand for silver won't be as high. So it's actually having this reverse effect. Usually precious metals are a safe haven metal as economies are in fear or don't trust banks or governments. But right now we have this double-edged sword happening, and I've never seen this before. It's extremely weird, and it's kind of hard to wrap your head around. You would think the coronavirus would have people investing in the precious metals as things are getting crazier, but it's actually the opposite because the virus is actually affecting people that would be investing and the economies. So it's a double-edged sword. It's very weird. So anyways, April gold futures were last down $7.10 an ounce at $1,580.70. March COMEX silver prices were last down 38 cents to $17.62 an ounce. Asian stock markets were lower overnight, led by sharp losses in mainland China stocks, and those markets reopened for the first time in over a week. Due to the Lunar New Year holiday last week, the Shanghai Stock Index lost nearly 8% on the day, the biggest drop in 4.5 years. European stock markets were mostly up on Monday. The coronavirus outbreak in China that has spread to other parts of the world remains in focus early this week. Latest counts show that 17,500 Chinese citizens afflicted with over 350 dead, with air travel to China being significantly curtailed, and global economic or domestic business has been disrupted. Gold did briefly bounce back after a bit around midday when the news report said the Carnival Cruise passenger had contracted the virus, so it's been up and down in the daily trading affair for many markets in the past 2 weeks regarding the coronavirus outbreak. Judging from the European and U.S. stock markets gains Monday, at least on the day, the present situation appears to be factored into market prices, and that's a negative for gold and silver prices. And even it's affecting markets across the board. In fact, it's definitely affecting the stock markets and other markets as well. So that's interesting to think about how much of a pull this has on things. And this is that unknown variable I always talk about in my videos. The unknown variable that we don't know when something, like people try to do their price predictions, their price forecasts, but there's always that unknown factor where things could happen that we don't even know or don't even see coming that could highly affect prices. So you can't give an accurate prediction in 5 months from now, because something else might happen to throw the markets way off, way from left field that you never saw coming. So you can't really ever give accurate predictions with that in play. So the key outside markets today see crude oil prices down, trading around $50.80 a barrel. Reports overnight said Saudi Arabia is mulling a drastic temporary oil production due to the coronavirus outbreak. The OPEC ministerial officials may meet this week to discuss the matter. Meantime, the U.S. dollar index is higher on a corrective bounce from solid losses seen last Friday. These key outside markets were in a bearish posture for the precious metals markets today. So, technically, the gold futures, or the April gold futures, today scored a bearish outside day, down on the daily bar chart after hitting a 3-week high overnight. So interesting. The bulls still have the overall near-term technical advantage, as 3-month-old price uptrend in place is on the daily bar chart. Gold bulls' next upside price, or near-term price breakout objective, is to produce a close above solid technical resistance at the January high of $1,619. Bears' next near-term downside price breakout objective is pushing prices below solid technical support at $1,550. First resistance is seen at $1,585, and then today's high of $1,598. First support is seen at today's low of $1,573, and then this last week's low of $1,567. So, interesting stuff right now. Let's compare these charts. Very similar. You can see that silver has higher highs and lower lows. Silver is more volatile than gold. It fluctuates at higher degrees, or to more extreme degrees. So if silver's going to rise, or gold's going to rise, silver's going to rise too, but at a higher percent. If gold's going to drop, silver's going to drop too, but at a higher percent. It mimics gold, but just to higher degrees, to more extreme degrees, which also gives opportunity. A lot of people think that could be bad, but I look at it as a very big opportunity to capitalize. Do what you guys do best and invest. So anyways, March silver futures also scored a bearish outside day down on the daily bar chart. The silver bulls and bears are on a level overall near-term technical playing field amid choppy trading conditions. A fledgling downtrend line is in place on the daily bar chart. Silver's bulls' next upside price breakout objective is closing prices above solid technicals resistance at last week's high of $18.37 an ounce. The next downside price breakout objective for bears is closing prices below solid technical support at $17. First resistance is seen at $18 today at today's high of $18.12. Next support is seen at $17.50, and then last week's low of $17.28. So I'm not going to go into copper, but I do want to share, when I was, this sparked something in my mind as I was going over it in this video, and I kind of want to throw it in at the end of the video. So when I was talking about how gold is, or silver is so closely mimicked or reflected or mirrored from gold, how silver does everything gold does, just a little later and to higher degrees, I want to ask a question. When do you guys and gals think that silver is going to naturally take its own course? When do you think that silver prices can naturally go on its way and start appreciating or depreciating, but not only naturally, I'm not talking about the JP Morgan manipulating markets, but when does the price have its own path? When does the gold to silver ratio start to correct itself? Not only when, but what is it going to take for that to happen? Do people need to start seeing silver as a tradable, not only as an asset, but as a commodity, or vice versa? Will it take the supply and demand to level out? Will it take investors to see the benefits, the fundamental uses, the core value that silver brings on a global scale? What's it going to take, and what's the time frame? I'm really curious. This is something I always talk about and I always think about, because right now it seems like I don't want silver to just always roll off gold's back. I don't want silver to always be pegged to gold. Silver has a lot of potential. It has a lot of opportunity and a heavy future ahead of itself, as long as this stuff can start to take place. But what is it going to take, and when? I would love to hear your thoughts on this, because we all love silver. We all see silver as so so much, with so much potential, and we're so passionate about it. But when is this stuff going to actually start happening, and what is it going to take for it to happen? Is it going to take a huge economic event? Is it going to take the 2020 presidential election? Is it going to take much longer than that, or will it never happen? I really am curious what you guys think about that. So anyways, as you think about that, make sure you smash the like button. The link to this article will be in the description if you want to check it out yourself. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.